from Academy, and I will teach you science in the Academy. Are you ready for our first lesson?
Yes, I am.
Okay, sweetie, let's start. Our first lesson in Unit 1, in Concept 1, is adaptation and survival. Do you know the meaning of adaptation, Nursin?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
adaptation means التكيف. And to understand more the meaning of adaptation, we will study this lesson together. Okay, first of all, here we have a question here. How do living organisms protect themselves from the heat of the sun? You know, in the summer, the heat of the sun is extreme hot. يعني بيكون الهيت بتاعت sun in the summer very, very, very hot. And living organisms, they don't have houses like us and air conditioners, لكن they have ways to protect themselves from the hot sun. How do they do this? Okay, first of all, we have this living organism. Do you know what is the meaning of living organism, Norsin?
yes.
Yes, excellent. Do you know the name of this organism?
Yes.
Okay, what is the name of this organism, sweetie?
Uh, uh, uh,
Lizard. It's the desert lizard.
lizard.
Do you know the meaning of lizard? يعني سحلية. This is the desert lizard. And it lives in what from its name? It lives in the desert. So it has to protect itself from the hot sun. How do this? How do the desert protect itself? By hiding in shaded areas under rocks and trees. يعني إيه shaded areas? What is the meaning of shaded areas? In shadows. So it finds a rock or a tree and it hides under its shadow to protect itself from the hot sun. This is called adaptation يا لارا. يا نورسين, I'm sorry. This is called adaptation. ليه اسمها adaptation? Because it's a behavior أو سلوك changed to adapt with the hot sun. بتعمل changing في البيهيفير بتاعها اللي هو السلوك to adapt to the hotness of the sun. Okay, what's our next living organism? Do you know the name of this living organism, Nursin?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
what
the
is the
human.
name? Yes, it's human. Okay, how do humans protect themselves from the hot sun, from the heat of the sun? They don't wear heavy clothes. They wear light clothes. Why, Nursin? To protect themselves from the hotness of the sun. تخيلي كده, let's imagine you're wearing a very, very, very heavy jacket in the summer. Okay, what will happen? You can't stand the hotness of the sun. So it's an adaptation also, Nursin, because it's a change in our behavior في السلوك بتاعنا to adapt to the hotness or to the heat of the sun. Do you have any question till now?
No.
Okay, sweetie. Living organisms protect themselves by different ways to survive and reproduce. Okay, in the science this year, Norsin and Adam, okay, Adam, his mic isn't opened yet. Okay, in this lesson, or in this year's lessons in science, Norsin, we should know very important thing. What is this thing? We should know the keywords. Any definition أو أي تعريف أو any word in these lessons have keywords. يعني إيه keywords يا نورسين؟ يعني كلمات بنقدر إن إحنا نعرف الديفينيشن عن طريقها. Okay, adaptation يعني the word أو the definition of adaptation have some keywords. What are these keywords يا لارا؟ Survive and reproduce. Do you know the meaning of survive and reproduce, Nursin?
Yes.
Survive means stay alive. Reproduce يعني making new babies يبقى to survive and reproduce, living organisms, all living organisms have to protect themselves by different ways. Okay, climate is one reason for adaptation. What is the meaning of climate? Do you know the meaning of climate?
No,
Okay,
I don't.
climate معناها المناخ يعني hotness, coldness in the winter. We have different climate from the climate in the summer. So the climate, hotness or coldness is one reason for adaptation. In the summer, we wear light clothes. In the winter, we wear heavy clothes. This is the meaning of climate, and it's one of the most important reasons for adaptation in living organisms. Do you have any questions till now?
No, thank you.
Okay, what about this one, this living organism? Do you know the name of this organism?
Yes, this is a
Yes,
pig.
yes. Is it cute? I love the penguins.
Me
Okay,
too.
yes, we will study the adaptations of penguins. هنعرف شوية كده عن الpenguins. Let's know together. First of all, where do the penguins live? They live in Antarctica. Do you know this Antarctica place is the coldest place on Earth? They live in the most cold place on Earth. It's very, 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 very cold. So they should have adaptations to survive in this very cold climate, right, Nursin? Okay, let's look at their body. They have what? Okay, I will ask you first a question. Do you know the penguin is a bird or an animal, Nursin?
Yes,
What? It's a bird or an animal?
a bird.
Okay, excellent. So it has feathers or fur?
Fur.
Fur? No, fur means furrow, and the penguin is a bird. Birds don't have fur. They have feathers. The name feathers or the word feathers means ريش. Okay, so they have dense feathers. يعني ريش كثيف on their body. لو بصيتي كده على البادي بتاعهم هتلاقي dense feather تقيل like a coat زي الكوت كده أكنهم لابسين جاكيت. And they have a thick fat layer. They are fat. You know, fat, they have fat under their skin. زي الفات اللي موجود under our skin, نورسين, to protect their body from the coldness. It's like layers. أكنهم لابسين layers, نورسين. The layer of fat under their skin and the dense layer of feather above their skin. These two layers protect their body from the extreme cold in Antarctica. Okay, do you have any question till now?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, look at their feet, Nursin, and tell me, do they have feather on their feet?
Yes.
No, they don't. Their feet are bare. يعني they have bare feet. There is no layer of fat and there is no dense layer of feathers on their feet. So how can they stand on ice all day long? Their feet, they don't freeze. حاولي كده, can you walk with a bare feet in the winter? You can't because
No,
you will feel very cold and your feet will be freezed. So how can they
no, I
stand?
wear socks.
Yes, you should wear something in your feet. You should wear socks or anything else. So they can't stand on the ice. How can they do this? We will know together now. Okay, this is the feet of the penguin from the inside. Do you know the name of these tubes?
No, I don't.
They are called blood vessels. Do you know the meaning of blood vessels?
Yes,
Yes, they have blood vessels. Okay, these blood vessels,
we
they
do
have,
too.
yes? Do you have
We,
a question?
we also do have blood vessels.
Yes, every living organism, or most of living organisms, animals and humans have blood vessels. But let's look let's look to the blood inside the blood vessels. These blood vessels pass through the feet. لو بصيتي كده هتلاقي blood vessels دي ماشية في الفيت. So the blood will be very, very, very cold. And it goes up to the body. The blood will move in the blood vessels. This is called the blood, and it will move up in the body. Okay, can you see this? The blood
Yes.
vessels are weaving around each other. Do you know when you are very cold in winter and you ask your mother to hug you? Why?
Yeah.
To feel warm, right? So blood vessels literally hug each other. So the cold blood vessel can take the heat from the warm blood vessel. This one, the red one, this one have warm blood from the body, and this one have cold blood from the feet. When they weave around each other, the warm blood give heat or warms the cold blood in the cold blood vessel. So this will cause the warmness of the feet, even if the feet doesn't have any feather or don't have any feather or a thick layer on it, but the blood, the warm blood in the blood vessels can warm the feet. Okay, do you understand this part?
Yes.
Okay, let's read this together. Just a minute. How does a penguin keep its feet from freezing while standing on ice? يا نورسين. The warm blood vessels in its body weave around, and weave around is the key word. You should take care. Weave around. When you see this word directly, you should write the blood vessels in the penguin's feet. Weave around the cold blood vessels in its feet to warm it. يبقى في weaving of the cold blood vessels around the warm blood vessels to feel cold. So the warm blood moves down from the body to the feet and heats up the cold blood that moves up from the feet to the body. يبقى عندنا warm blood moves down and the cold blood moves up. You should know this part. You should know that the blood vessels weave around each other and the warm blood moves down from the body to the feet. The cold blood moves up from the feet to the body. Okay, these are three important keywords in this part. Do you have any question? Nursin, can you hear me, sweetie?